When my phone buzzed that night, I didn't expect a message that would slice through me like a knife. It was from my mother. Short, cold, and final. You're no longer part of this family. I read it again and again, hoping I'd misread it. That maybe she meant something else. Maybe it was a joke or a mistake. But no, the words were sharp, deliberate, and soaked in betrayal. My chest felt tight. I'd faced heartbreak before, but nothing stung like this. Not from a stranger, but from the woman who once held my hand through every nightmare. I stared at the phone, numb, my thumb trembling above the screen. I could have begged her to explain, asked her what I'd done wrong, but something in me broke. Years of quiet sacrifices flashed before my eyes. Every bill I paid, every favor I gave, every tear I hid. Slowly, with calm anger burning in my veins, I typed back, then returned the $50,000 I sent you. And I hit send. Within minutes, the world exploded around me. My inbox flooded with messages. My phone vibrated like it was alive. Cousins, uncles, aunts, my sister, everyone suddenly remembered I existed. How could you talk to your mother like that? One message said. Money can't replace love, another scolded. Someone even wrote, shame on you. I just stared at them, one after another, realizing something painful. No one had asked why she said those words. No one wondered what had pushed me that far. I wasn't the villain they painted. I was just the scapegoat they all needed. They didn't know that for the past 5 years, I'd been the silent backbone of that family. I'd sent money every month without being asked. I paid my mother's hospital bills when she fell sick. I covered my sister's university fees so she could graduate without debt. I even helped with the down payment for the house everyone was living in, the same house I was now unwelcome in. And through it all, I never asked for anything. I didn't even expect gratitude, just love, or at least respect. But love had turned into habit, and habit had turned into expectation. They had stopped seeing me as a son. I was just a source, a steady stream of help. When that stream slowed down, they didn't ask why. They just found someone else to blame. A week later, I got a call from an old neighbor who mentioned that my mother had updated her will. The family was gathering for the reading. I wasn't invited, of course. Apparently, I wasn't family anymore. But that didn't stop me. I wore my best suit, printed a set of documents, and walked into that lawyer's office, right as the reading began. The room fell silent when I entered. My sister looked like she'd seen a ghost. My mother's lips trembled, but she said nothing. The lawyer looked up, adjusted his glasses, and continued. The will was simple. The house, land, jewelry, and savings were to be divided among them. My name wasn't mentioned once. When it ended, there was a faint smile on my sister's face, that quiet, cruel kind of smile that says, we won. But they didn't know. I hadn't come to ask for a share. I had come for justice. Slowly, I reached into my bag and placed a thick envelope on the table. The sound of paper hitting wood echoed in the room. The lawyer frowned. I opened the envelope and spread the contents across the table. Printed bank transfers, receipts, invoices, every rupee, every payment, every proof that I had paid, $50,000 in total. These, I said quietly, are my contributions to this family. Over the years, you claimed to love me. My voice didn't shake, it was steady. Since I'm no longer part of this family, I'll be taking back what's mine. The lawyer's face changed. He looked over the papers carefully, his professional calm slipping for just a moment. Then he cleared his throat and said, legally, with this documentation, he has every right to file for reimbursement before any estate distribution. In fact, this changes the entire case. You could have heard a pin drop. My mother's expression went blank, her eyes darting between the lawyer and the papers. My sister's fake smile melted away. The cousins looked like they wanted to disappear. I didn't need to say another word. They had built their comfort on my silence. And now that silence was gone. I stood up slowly, buttoned my coat, and looked around the room one last time. No one met my eyes. They couldn't. I walked out as calmly as I had walked in, leaving them in that heavy, choking silence. Outside, the air felt cooler, cleaner. For the first time in years, I felt light, free. I realized that revenge wasn't about shouting or hurting someone back. It was about showing them what they lost when they betrayed your love. I reached my car, unlocked the door, and sat inside, feeling a strange peace in my chest. My phone buzzed again, new messages from Mom. I didn't open them. Instead, I smiled, started the engine, and whispered to myself, they may have erased me from their family, but today I erased their power over me. As I drove away, the sunset glowed in the rearview mirror, gold and crimson, like a fire that had burned everything false and left only truth behind. And for the first time in my life, I didn't look back.